Hello gardening friends, welcome to my therapy garden. This is Webster. We're playing in the dirt, help to take away the hurt. Today we're looking at the Prairie Garden on the first week of May. And what we're going to do this time, we're going to visit the garden every 2 weeks to show you how much the garden has changed. So walk with us as we go through the garden the first week of May. The oxeye daisies are in full bloom right now and just take over the garden in a blanket of white. The blue Atlas Cedar is looking very good and have lots of new needles on it. The red plants in the pot at the front here are crabapple, which I potted out to give to neighbors. A lot of the lilies are budding up, especially these tiger lilies at the side here of the garden. You can see in another week or so they'll be in full bloom. Looking good, guys. This is the new serviceberry tree that I planted last fall. Some maroon red dianthus I have hiding here, looking good, and dianthus are very fragrant. I love them. Oxeye daisies were at their peak about a week ago. I was trying to wait to see if other plants would be flowering, but now the oxeye daisy are going bye-bye, so I have to show you what the garden looked like in early spring. The tea olive is surviving nicely. The winter was very harsh on it, but she's rebounding nicely. Hopefully we'll have lots of growth on it this year, and she'll be able to flower, because I haven't had any flowers on this tea olive, which is an orange tea olive, and I hear the fragrance is even stronger than on the white ones, but I can't attest to that as yet. So hopefully this fall we'll have nice flowers on the tea olive, and I can tell you how lovely the scent is. So stay tuned for that. Garden change day to day, week to week. So let's look at the Prairie Garden, how much it has changed in 2 weeks. Okay, as we can see, we now have this night flowering plant called evening primrose. It's a plant that flower at night to attract moth. So in the daytime, by the sun comes up, it will fade. It's pretty, especially in the evenings and in the morning, but again, all this flower will fade by midday or so. We can see that a lot of the daylilies are up. Right along the front, we have lots of daylilies. In the center here, where we had lots of the daisy, the oxeye daisy, we now have black-eyed Susan and Coreopsis in bloom. We still have a few of the daisy on the right side of the garden here by the fountain. Still have some daisy. We still have the blue sea holly, which the pollinators love. And we can see that a lot of the Lychris are just coming up. They haven't started flowering yet, but we can see all these spikes in the garden. These are all the Lychris. My olive tea, hopefully it will grow a lot this season, you know, put on more height, and so we can get, in the fall, we can have the blooms with that nice fragrance to it. I'm looking forward to that. Some echinacea. Still need to spread all that pine straw. Been sitting here almost 2 years now, but you know, life. Beautiful black-eyed Susan and the Daylilies on this side. But look at this corner, guys. Look at this corner. Lots of tiger lilies. Lots of tiger lily. I would say they're the star of the show in the Prairie Garden, the tiger lilies. It's a pretty daylily down here. Just look at the tiger lilies. You can see that the tiger lilies, they hang down. They hang down, where the other lilies, as you can see in the round pollinator's garden, you know, they cup up. But the tiger lilies are like a bell hanging down. Beautiful contrast with the other lilies. So you can see that in 2 weeks, lots of changes in the garden, guys. Lots of changes in the garden. And that's when you love that's why when you love a garden, you have to keep visiting. You know, like botanical garden, or even your garden at home. If you're away and you come back in 2 weeks, there's so much to see. So much to see. This is a real beauty over here. And I'm pretty sure in 2 more weeks, there'll be even more changes in the Prairie Garden and the other gardens. So there we have it, guys, the Prairie Garden. Let's look at the Prairie Garden for this season. And we see that in 2 weeks, a lot of changes, lots of changes. But I'm glad to share it with you. And 2 more weeks, we'll come back and see what's new in the Prairie Garden. Okay, guys, we're looking at changes in the Prairie Garden. And we looked at it about 2 weeks ago. And now we're looking at it again, and we can see the changes. When we look at the Prairie Garden, it was a lot of daisies, the oxeye daisies. We still have a few over here, but now we can see it's covered in black-eyed Susan, different types of black-eyed Susan. We have the single flower black-eyed Susan, like these, single flower, and then we have these doubles over here. Right in this section here, we have the double black-eyed Susan. You can see the petal count is like 2 or 3. And these petal count is just 1. So beautiful black eye Susan. We have our Lytris. Start blooming now. They're opening up nicely. The evening primrose are still looking good with lots of flower. The moth pollinates these, so they open at night and they're very fragrant. In the daytime, they start closing up. So we have to hit them early so we can show you guys before they completely close and die. Still have lots of daylilies. And the Lytris, we have white Lytris, and we have the purple colored ones. We have this blue sea holly. Again, these are pollinators magnet. Our oxeye daisy. Still have a few in this corner right here. And we also have some echinacea or coneflower. So again, we can see the changes in the pollinators garden. Not the pollinators garden, the prairie garden. You can see changes in the prairie garden. As the Lytris open up now, we have some of our tiger lilies. The last video, lots of tiger lilies on this side. We only have a few left. Most of those are spent. And now the black eye Susan takes off. And they're just so beautiful. Just so beautiful. So the garden grows and changes week to week. So we just delay some of our videos now so we can show you the week to week changes in all the garden. And we still have other lilies yet to bloom. So the color is not yet done. The flowers are still doing their thing, you know. So just keep checking back as we keep posting videos of changes in different sections of the garden. I hope you enjoy this tour, looking at changes in the prairie garden, the different color pattern, the different leaf shapes, the different tones. You know, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. So guys, you like what you see? Please give it a thumbs up. Okay guys, after 2 weeks, we see more changes here in the prairie garden. We see that most of the oxeye daisies have passed their prime. We just have very few, maybe 2 or 3 still blooming. But the Lytris can see are in peak form now. And we have lots of pollinators, bees, wasps, little butterflies buzzing around. So the prairie garden is fulfilling its purpose with pollinators just everywhere. Pollinators just buzzing around everywhere. And that's always good to keep pollinators in the garden, because you know my saying, the good bugs will always eat the bad bugs. Okay, so we have the Lytris, we have the purple Lytris, we have the white Lytris, we have these cow parsley, lots and lots of black-eyed Susan, both single and double flower. We still have lots of daylilies. And of course, the evening primrose, but they're fading. They only flower at night. They're fragrant and they're pollinated by moth. A beautiful double, a lily here, a rose lily. Beautiful right there. My blue atlas cedar, still in the serpentine shape. More double lilies, and I love double lilies. Apart from they being beautiful, they're also fragrant. And I just love fragrance in my garden. The double flowering black-eyed Susan. We have an abundance right in this section right here. And on the outskirt, we have the single flowering black-eyed Susan. Also beautiful. All the lilies here, we used to have our tiger lilies, past their prime now. They're all spent and they're going to seed. So we'll just pluck all the seed off so we can send all that energy to the bulb. Our service berry. I have lots of little berries everywhere. And service berries are prized by the birds. Also, the birds just love the black-eyed Susan and the echinacea, especially the goldfinches. Have some echinacea. So we're looking at more changes in the Prairie Garden week after week. And this is 2 weeks after our last showing of the Prairie Garden. So you can see that we have more blooms. Some spent, some new, but the garden is looking different from it was 2 weeks ago. I hope you enjoy the changes in the garden over a 2 week period, another 2 week period. So a total of about 6 weeks. Now we're looking at the Prairie Garden and how much it has changed. Again, guys, like this video, like this tour. If you love the Prairie Garden as much as I do, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comment, drop a line down below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos are posted. For my garden, this is Webster. For My Therapy Garden, we're playing the dirt that me to take away the hurt. And we just look at weekly tours of the Prairie Garden. God bless you all. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your love. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye for now. Bye-bye.